Hello, everybody. It is Lana of Lana Reid, and once again, I'm hanging out with my favorite lady, my mom, Marva Reid of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. You guys have watched us participate in these little mother-daughter chats. We're going to do another one today, and it totally unscripted. So please, please pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Mom can, she's 67, so she's in that the age bracket where they feel like they can say whatever they want to say when they want to say it. So I got my fingers crossed that mom don't fly off the handle. Got my lucky hat on. Just pray for me, folks. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. So, mom, the queen of my world, welcome to the show or a little impromptu interview. Welcome to, and I love you and thank you for hanging out with me today.
Good morning, my love.
Good morning. So we are going to talk about things going on in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I hope everybody knows you've been very, very active in that community, especially the little niche market of East Winston for many, many years, advocating for the people there. And I want to talk about some things that are going on in Winston-Salem. More particularly, the last time I came home to visit you was a couple weeks back. It was for one of your childhood friends, Mr. Albert Porter. He had gotten a Lifetime Award, Achievement Award for the Forsyth Democratic Party, correct?
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
And it was held in a convention center in downtown Winston-Salem. And I noticed while driving around, and for the people that are watching downtown Winston-Salem, me growing up and visiting from time to time, it holds the R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Factory and some other businesses that are now they're closed down or whatever. But in this most recent visit that I had to Winston-Salem, I noticed that there's a lot of gentrification going on in that particular area. A lot of new developments. A lot of the area was really trendy. It reminded me of maybe walking down Melrose Boulevard. Is gentrification taking hold in Winston-Salem?
Yes, and along with well, what you noticed was we've leaving an industrial age and going into a modern stage. We are, if I'm one or two, ranking in medical research. We are doing what is that you call regener regen regeneration
Hmm.
medicine, regenerative medicine. So we are utilizing the old factories and refurbishing and renovating them into um, those kind of structures. We have just like most cities that the industry leave, you turn some of those large buildings into lofts, and people that once worked closer to the outside factories are now moving into downtown. People, changing their way of life. It's something that happens anyway in most cities. They change the face of it. Change people that once lived out are ready and to come inside. The young people that um, work at these medical facilities, research facilities, they feel more comfortable being right there where they can walk and they can eat and everything is right there at them. So that is the mindset that's going on. As far as gentrification, yes, it began taking up some of the East Ward. Uh, um, mm, Gosh, I think back in 2008.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, well, no, maybe earlier than that, maybe in 2005, something like that. But anyway, some of it is for the good. Of course, being in a predominantly black neighborhood, and there is some resentment of the encroachment into some of our historical areas. And so I am in one of those historical areas. So we're trying to attract some of those businesses and uh, that would incite those people that are living downtown to come and visit, and to make this side of the community more attractive to young people, and those people that are working downtown, which is really within walking distance from here.
Mhm.
So we're trying to blend in. Uh, um, there are, of course, there are people that resist and have a resentment about gentrification. I look at it differently because having traveled around and lived in a multi-ethnic world for over 25 years, that it is a benefit to see that people get along.
Mhm.
Uh, it's total. It I'm used to that change. I'm used to that involvement. But when it comes to gentrification, the word gentrification means to push out those, and I think of the least of these, that you're taking people away from their comfort zone and their serenity, which is promised as an American creed. You have the right to pursue a life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And if that's your happiness, that it is, you get a resentment when people move in or push you out and say, I want that property.
Mhm.
So I understand both sides of it. Now, then we want to talk a little bit about, I returned back to my family home, which is sentimental to me. But I would not have a problem. And see, that's the if I had to move because of the betterment of this city.
Mm.
While I enjoy living in this community, this house, being an activist, like I said, my vision is to just make it more beautiful and acceptable, that the people that are wanting to move in, that they not tear down our history, that they're welcome to move into this community, but help us to finish renovating and putting up aesthetics, artful aesthetics, that they realize they are part of greatness, Black greatness too, you know. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. Like I say, I'm 67 years old. I can only do what I can do. I want families to be families again. I love the nuclear family, which I grew up in, which we provided for you too. So it has its advantage of having a nuclear family, and in the schools, and recreational, and having that peacetime, family time is most important, and it makes you feel good when you are a part of some history, and like you can hear the old folklore stories that I've told you. Yeah, so yeah, like I say, I can flow either way, but I'm being a community advocate, and listening to my people for so many years. There is quite a few people, not quite a few, many people
Mhm.
that people coming in and telling us we've got to move here, or we're taking this part of the land, we're destroying this. So I understand that. So, but either way, I can flow.
Now, I noticed in one of my midi visits years ago in your particular neighborhood, it seemed like gentrification had started, but then it stopped because they had built that brand new CVS on the corner, but then nothing else took like root or popped up. So I'm wondering, is the community active and involved in what businesses and development companies are coming in, or is it stalled in your particular neighborhood, or what's going on, because it's just like one popped up and then nothing else?
Yeah, well, when you said stall, that's the magic word. Because I live in a predominantly Black neighborhood, we're the last to be thought about when it comes to those funds that are downtown. We have to fight. Um, being an advocate, our group has been city. We put ourselves attached to like octopus tentacle to the planning department. So we are the Winston-Salem City of Winston-Salem Planning Citizens Advisory. So we have worked on at least about, I guess maybe about 9 plans. Now that where you're talking about is on Martin Luther King Boulevard. CVS was across the street and in another shopping center. And they were being visionaries, knowing they had been told about the plans of upgrading that area, that they decided that they wanted to be a corner store and to look more engaging. And there you'll see that there are seats there where people can sit down and rest. And it is to be a walkable area, people friendly place is what I want. But anyway, yes, it would. There are so many projects that need to be done. We've been discussing the artscape along that boulevard, also with historical moments, so people can, as they walk through the area, that they can see what used to be there and tell all about that area. Because between CVS there and on the other end is Winston-Salem State. Winston-Salem State University. So we are focusing in on trying to make it sort of a college town feel, and think it just there's so many ideas. And then we have the Union Station, which I'm hoping that it comes back up to a fully operable transit place where the train come through, and it's going to be a museum, and also retail is going to be in there. I've envisioned when you were at UCLA, those students have a place that they can work, and it's really close by. They have a place that they can feel like they're off campus, and it's a place to sit and or shop or just enjoy, but it's also close by. And also with the Union Station, they can go home and visit real quick. In the years to come, I'm hoping that the federal people finish giving out the money, and they continue to designate that as a train station, which they have, which just needs some renovation. But yeah, that area there, it is slow moving. When it comes to this ward, this East Ward, money is slow. We don't have what other communities have. It is changed so much. We don't have developers, engineers, and business people who have the matching dollars to make those things happen. And then we sort of feel like, well, those people grab at those funds before we can even get our ideas off the ground. But we have a great councilman that it's not only a visionary, but he's very aggressive in obtaining those funds and obtaining those ideas, and trying to be such a young man, really holding on to the history of things. And he looks like he's learning as he go, but he's enjoying it. You can see the glee in his eyes when he see that we refurbishing things that and he of our history and how it can be fused in with the new. So we're excited. I am, but I don't have the patience, because like I said, I'm 67, and the young people, they don't have the patience, because they want a nice place to be rather than have to leave town to go do what millennials do. You know what I'm saying? So money is slow. And then, yes, we have to stay on top of things, because, as you know, if we snooze, you lose.
Yeah.
So, yes, this area is, when I moved back here, I felt like this community had been swept under the rug, and I felt like the leaders were not doing what they should have been doing. There was they had antiquated ideas. They accepted everything everybody else told them to do with this community, but it just seems like they didn't realize that these people were taking advantage of us, and and just eating at our property, eating us away. But this community, we had millionaires, we had businessmen, everything that other community had. We don't have it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little depressing, but I don't give up hope.
Yeah. So that particular community you mentioned, East Ward, and that's a new term. Growing up, I never recall
East West.
Winston being broken down into wards. Is that something that's developed in recent years?
At one time, it used to be wards, and councilmen used to be aldermen.
Hmm.
Then for some kind of way, they would say North Winston, East Winston, West Winston. But this was for so many, but the majority East Winston. This area was called East Winston, or you would say over on the south side,
Hmm.
But now it is, yeah. Now they use the word ward. It seems like it's more acceptable, but we've evolved to council people, where they used to be called aldermen. Yeah.
Okay. So does the community, East Ward community, are there meetings, or does the people that are living in the area have an opportunity to voice who and what business establishments they want to come to that area?
Yes. Now that's the other thing. I'm pretty sure if he saw this video, he'd probably be a little shy, bashful, a little humility. I have to say that young people, you personally know that I believe in passing the baton, and young people, they have ideas, and that they have the ability to think global. Since you and I have come in this world has changed. I remember the old computers, when I took computers, it was nothing like this internet thing. So they think faster, they grasp faster. Now, what was your question again? And I'd like to say that he's a visionary.
What
And
what what the question was, does the people that are living in the community have an area, a
yeah,
forum where they can
gotcha. Okay. Now, what he does, he knows that he has to connect to the people. Um, the only council person, he is the only one that reaches out to the community. Now, East Winston actually is a huge swath of land,
Hmm.
and what he does is 4 to 5 times a year. I like to say 5 times a year, that he goes into the different parts of his East Ward and have what he calls town hall meetings.
Okay.
So those are those are the moments where people, express their desires, their wants, or ideas and stuff. And he also bring along all of the departments
Awesome.
of the city with him, so that they can, so that he won't be guessing at the answer, so that they can direct the questions directly to them. The planning department, the sanitation department, every department, parks and recreation, every police department, every department that you can think of, they're at that meeting. So that's what I say. I didn't see that before, where the councilman spends an enormous amount of time going about the district that he or she runs, that they're actually reaching out to people. Not only that, on YouTube, you can go, and it's called an East Ward Update. You can go there and look at what's going on, or what to be expected. And we have a way to call and say, well, we don't like this, or whatever. I mean, and then not only that, since he and the other young council people have been in office, we now get to view it on TV, all of the different public housing meetings, the police department meetings, public works meeting, finance meetings. So we get to watch, which is great for somebody my age. or for anybody that can't get to a meeting, because you're welcome to all those meetings. I mean, we have no excuse not to be engaged.
Okay.
Have
Awesome.
no excuse.
Awesome.
No excuse. You know.
Now,
So like I say, I wish that people my age would understand that we can counsel, but we need to pass that baton and just watch how wonderful our young people are that can turn the city around, because we're stagnating.
mm,
And after you ask what has happened, it is the red tape in the city that is stagnating the money to flow that comes over here, because it's still such a, you know, black people, less thought about.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, and so they slow move those fundings and those uh, whatever decision making processes. So like I said, we've been lucky since 2008 when we voted him in this area. And then I like to say, give a shout out for the sensational Southeast Ward. It's Councilman Taylor. I mean, he's just come into and in office at the same time, and he's done an outstanding thing on his side of town. And those young people, I know sometimes they get tired of me saying baby or young people, but they have created an investment group. We were about to lose our black paper probably to a white people. They brought our black Winston-Salem Chronicle. I mean, then they're rebuilding some eateries over here. I mean, it's just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just saying that we need to let them do what they need to do, you know what I'm saying, and support them. But our councilman, he has a lot of support. People just love him, and he's also a pastor, might I add. And he's just wonderful. He's just what you call it. I don't want to say chameleon. Oh, he's very versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Versatile. Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead, Ma. You've talked about this man for like the last 10 minutes. Go ahead and give him a plug. Say his name, Ma.
Okay. Councilman Derwin L. Montgomery.
And he is councilman for East Ward.
What? Councilman for the East Ward.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I've been hearing you talk about him for at least, I want to say, maybe 5 or 6. How long has he held this position?
We voted in 2008. He came in during Barack Obama era.
Yeah, I knew he's been around for a minute. Yeah. And at the time he was voted in, he was probably like early 30s, or was he 20? Late 20s?
He didn't even graduate. No, he hadn't even graduated. I think he was 20, 21.
Okay, so because I knew he was a young guy.
Yeah, he graduated from Winston-Salem State, but he had already. Yeah. But anyway, I am. I'm very proud of him. I'm like you know me. I like mentoring. I've mentored a lot of people, young people, and I'm proud of them. They've gone off to doing their own CDCs, and I think that's what I place in life, is to mentor and just maybe guide or help or be there when they need you, and so that you can tell them what mistakes you made, so that they know not to make them, and they go on and let them shine. You know what I'm saying? I've done it ever since I started here. It was always embraced. As soon as I started the neighborhood association, I made the announcement: I'm not here to continue to do this job. I'm here to find young people that are going to take the baton.
Awesome.
And I have mentored quite a few. Most of them have been the young ladies, and I like that. They attach themselves to me, and I've attached to them because I'm learning from them too. Yeah, but I had to brag on him for a minute, because people just don't realize, even though East Winston is an infested and sort of community that really needs help, but we have somebody that we can go to. But a lot of people vote, and they look at politicians as bad, people that you can't approach. Yeah, unapproachable is the word I was looking for. You have to forgive me. Yeah. But anyway, yes. Is there what else you wanted to ask me about?
You mentioned a few minutes ago about eateries, and something that has always been very important to me. I've been a vegetarian myself for the last, will be 18 years, I think, and I know you, you're better than me. You're leaning towards the vegan side, but one of the things that has really, really always been like frustrating to me is when you are in our communities, the urban communities, there's not really a lot of healthy food options for us. And especially when I come home to visit you, there I see a Bojangles, I see a McDonald's. I know they just tore down the Burger King, and I think I recall seeing some Kentucky Fried Chicken. But are there any plans to move some sort of healthier eating options into the Black community? Some vegetarian restaurants, or just something a little bit more healthier?
Oh, like you know me well, huh?
Uh,
Okay, now when I was talking about the young people, I want to add one more. Algernon Cash that grew up here, and he grew up around the Zesto. I don't know if you remember
I
that.
remember
So I'm
Zesta.
talking
I
about
remember
something
Zesta.
you
Walking up to the
remember
window. Yes. I remember it.
it. Really?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. We both aging ourselves, dating ourselves. Okay. Anyway, it was one of our favorite places, and we remember the chuck wagons and the other sandwiches they had. But anyway, we had a restaurant that went churches that went out of business down on New Walker Town Road, which is just maybe a nice little walk from
Hmm.
here, from where I live. He is taking that and turning it into the zesto, which is like what I'm saying. You bring in the what's good out of the history and bringing it back with a spin on it, and not and so I've been giving him accolades all through this process, and really putting him out there on the social sites, because I'm extremely proud of Algernon. He also goes into the schools and teach Black kids how to be, well, all kids, how to be financially,
Awesome.
about banking and stuff like that. So, but anyway, they soon, I think, maybe uh, uh, around this month,
Hmm.
maybe I'm hoping that will be open up. Now, when you said healthy options, really, I think because of me and some few other his friends that are vegans or vegetarians, he wrote me and said, Miss Reed, we're going to have a healthy option for you. I
Awesome.
think he said it's a bean burger. Yeah, bean
Awesome.
burger. So he's, and of course, every eatery you can always get a salad. Now the difference in this zesto, the zesto that were on Liberty, that you couldn't sit down in it, but
Mm-mm.
this one you can sit down and enjoy your meal and stuff, and it's going to be awesome because it's right there on the main thoroughfare, and it's easy for let's say state students to come, but we have so many churches open this way that was a place people stopped off and got their dinner. So we like to think that it's gonna be a place, a fast moving place, and a busy place. But yes, they are offering healthy options. Now, I get a lot of calls because I got friends. You know that I've traveled a lot. I've got a lot of friends that are on my social sites. Some of them are out in California, which is a place where there are more aggressively business type Black people, and so they are looking for how to invest in the East Ward. So a lot
Hmm.
of them, grew up in East Ward and they want to give back now. They've done well, but they use me as a referral. So I am proud to say that I've got plenty of connections, and I've reconnected them to the city of Winston-Salem has um, business schools where they give you the technical skills. You've got an idea in your head. They give you a technical skills, and also they walk you all the way through, hold you by the hand, per se, um, and help and give you funds to start your business in a brick and mortar, and continue to help you on your way, for keep up with you, a year or so, and you can, cause there's always that little slump sometime. But anyway, I've had two. that want to open up, and they strictly said on Black vegan restaurant. And I'm like, yeah, up my lane. But anyway, I'm excited about that. I managed to get one to promise to bring it to the East Board. The other one, he really wants to go downtown because, like I say, there's so much residential down there now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, and I told him we're just kind of border it over this way because a lot of the East Ward is downtown, you know. And he said, okay. I said, and always save me a booth. He said, you're going to have a booth with your name on it, this particular one. But anyway, I'm feeling hopeful.
Okay.
And most of my mentees, that is what their number one complaint, not having good, healthy choices in the East Ward, that they have to go outside. And so they are hopeful too. But I think it's becoming not only a fad, but people are seeing that it is in our best to start eating and watching what we eat. I'm watching this EPA Chef Pruitt go and being drilled now. It's just terrible when you find people that really don't care. We don't have those checks and balance that we used to have for our air and our food and water and stuff, that we must take things in our own hands. And so if we're going to live and without those industrial diseases that are going on, young people, you know, we're going to have to do better. We're going to have to do better.
Okay. So, Mom, we're going to wrap this up, but before I go, I want to give you opportunity to plug something that you've worked so hard for 15 years. Memorial Day weekend in Winston-Salem, East Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The urban community kids, hold on, where you go, Mom? Sit back. The urban community kids there and families will be getting a swimming pool, probably thanks to the loud years of yelling of Marva Reid. So tell us more about that project and what's going on with that.
I am so excited that I call them these are my children. You know, I didn't birth them, but to see that the young kids are going to get the opportunity to enjoy the world of swimming and all the things that come with it. We have an obese society. You use more calories swimming. Then while you're swimming, it's like when you lay down in a tub and you just dream. But it's a different feeling. And you think about the options in life that you have, just dealing with being in water. And it gives you it's a soothing sensation that comes over you, and it produces whatever those things are in your head and stuff. But I like for kids, young kids, to be able to think about the possibilities, just like we've gone to space. Maybe, you know, we're venturing in how we can live in space. There has been, when I grew up, shows where you live underwater.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it gives an opportunity for children. I keep saying kids, I'm sorry, y'all. Children to think about water, aquatic careers, or some black kid may want to be a SEAL, Navy SEAL, and they've experienced water. They're not afraid of water. The pools we had 4 pools when I was young. We don't have nothing when I got back. So since 2004, I was known as the swimming pool lady, the city of Winston-Salem. Yeah, just like that. When they saw me, that little chuckle would come, and they said the swimming pool lady. And I enjoyed that title because they knew why I was there. It's like whenever you see me, you need to give it some consideration. So I accepted that, you know. But anyway, with the group, with the neighborhood association, Northeast Winston Neighborhood Association, we gathered petitions, signatures, and we kept the the issue on the burner everywhere we went. We did interviews, we did TV interviews, we did everything. People were kind of weirded out by it. But why are they asking for a swimming pool? I'm like, why not? Well, you say our kids are not doing anything. That's because you took all of their recreational amenities away that I was privileged to when I grew up. Why did you take all of that away? And if you want a child to grow up in a nice nuclear family, and let them go to the swimming on the weekends. And it's a beautiful public parkland that was supposed to have been developed in the 60s that is still sitting there. There's this land just there. That's what I said. When you asked about the money not flowing through, it's like out of sight, out of mind. It is so much land there that needs to be developed into a public parkland. It is adjacent to the Winston Lake a golf course, which is still needing some work and stuff too. So it's the development of being around the military, and you know that the most important thing to the military mantra is make sure that family has plenty of recreational facilities and everything a family needs, So you got to do bowling, you got to do baseball, softball. You had everything that was there on that base. So in a city, everywhere you go, and even people that looks to come into a community, they want to know, is there a bike lane, is there a running lane, or is there a nature science area in this area? All of that needs to be developed there. But anyway, the swimming pool, I am super, 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 extremely, extremely, extremely excited about it. We're going to have the grand opening on Memorial Day, May 28th. I am so excited about it, to see little kids to just go in maybe the splash park, where they get used to water and stuff, and to see kids sliding down. It's a curly cue. I looked at it the other day, a curly cue's 11-foot sliding board. So I'm excited to see the kids. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it now. But since 2004 to today, which is 2018, that's how long it took in the Black community. I want people to think about that too. We need to fast-pace things that are needed here in this community, which is schools and other things that makes a community. So I am excited about that that pool. I can't wait. So I think I better go ahead and keep going out there looking at it and getting all my crying out so people won't see the ugly faces. Oprah used to say, they don't need to see the ugly face. But I get really excited, and I just see kids just having fun, and families being able to go back out, get their picnic baskets, and spend family time, there. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope you make it up. I make it to see it.
I'm gonna do my best to be there, Mom. I'm gonna do my best. Now, so from 2004 to 2018, now you've been asking for a swimming pool, but if I'm understanding correctly, they gave you a little bit more than a swimming pool. It's actually going to be a water park. Is that correct, or did I misread that?
It's an aquatic park. So like I said, so there are children, small children, and even adults that need to get used to the experience of water. People are, and I guess it's kind of negative, but Black people have become scared of water.
A lot of us don't swim. A lot of us don't swim.
Yeah, and they tried to say it was Black people don't get their hair did, they don't get their hair messed up. No. It's not that. We were afraid of water. We remember stories, and it was in the Ebony and the Jets and everything, and we were fearful of somebody throwing lye into the water, or we were fearful that people wanted to kill us through that water. That's what other people don't understand.
Well, if you talk to the people in Flint, Michigan, they still believe that, Mom.
Okay, there you go. So you understand. Can you imagine eating and swimming in it and drinking it too? And it's just, it reminds you of the third world nation. So, and then not only that, what Winston-Salem's dirty little secret, that those 4 swimming pools that I told you about, the families stopped their children from going because the children were becoming sick.
Mm.
And they were, why? Because they was not servicing the pool like they should have. The
Wow.
pools, and then they wanted to say that the pools went defunct, motors went defunct. Maybe there was too much junk.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I had to be Jesse Jackson for a minute. But anyway, as Black people need to stay involved. That's all I can say.
Okay.
If you stay involved as groups, and it probably took so long because some of my group petered out.
Mm-hmm.
This is just something about us now. I think we're getting the hang of it. We got to stick together regardless. You know what I'm saying? We got to come in almost mob fashion to get one idea over, and we got to show that we got the support on an idea. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us. It goes 2 ways, cause out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, they don't care about that now. I would not let it go. I was like a pit bull in the skirt. You know what I'm saying? So even if I was by myself, because it was the right thing to do in a community. They could not deny this.
That's right.
They knew this. And to go up against council people that was telling you no, and to finally have council people come in office and say, "You're right," and we got it done. It took a little bit of doing, but we got it done. But I like to see things more fast paced over here. We've been getting kibbles and bits of the bonds and stuff like that. We're not accepting that anymore, and we won't vote for a bond that's not giving us our piece of pie, because we pay the same taxes as anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And they have the advantage over us. They can afford to do their communities because they have millionaires and multimillionaires. It's probably billionaires in certain areas. So why are you taking that money that, if good-hearted people want the whole city to look good and attractive, where you can be a unique city all around the world, and say, this is the only city we don't have across the track. You know what I'm saying? And I posed that to the mayor, our fine mayor, Mayor Alan Jones, that to think of Winston-Salem as a city that's unique to the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
That this is a city where the whole city looks good. Mm-hmm. Don't have that poverty-stricken area. You know what I'm saying? That everybody is equal. And when I grew up, that's the way it was. We didn't know about poor, because we all helped out. We all looked out. And we had all of the amenities in the community. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I got a horse talking to you. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I really, really hope everybody come out and just enjoy the swimming pool. It's going to open up
May 28th.
May 28th. I don't know the time, and it's Memorial Day. And like I said, I just hope people come out and just enjoy it. A public park is for everyone. We invite everyone to come and just see that East Winston is on the move of changing its face.
All right, Mom. So we're going to wrap it up. But before we go, say hello to your legacy. Say hello to your granddaughter.
Hi. Hello, my dear. How are you? I love you, grandbaby. How are you? Grandma, love you. And thank you for watching this video. You get my call. You get grandma call. Say, hey, grandma.
All right, Mom. I love you, love you, love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. And of course, I'll be talking to you again. Love you.
All right. Bye, baby.